What is the Iron Law of Oligarchy? Have you ever wondered why organizations, even those that start with democratic ideals, often end up being controlled by a small group of people? This phenomenon is known as the Iron Law of Oligarchy. This principle suggests that all organizations, regardless of their original goals, tend to develop oligarchic structures dominated by a political elite. The Iron Law of Oligarchy is rooted in political sociology and helps us understand how power centralizes within groups. Even organizations committed to equality can fall into this pattern due to various structural and psychological factors. As organizations grow, they requiring better coordination. This leads to the delegation of tasks and the emergence of specialized roles. A leadership class forms to manage the increasing complexity, gaining more influence over decisions. Over time, these leaders consolidate power by controlling resources, information, and institutional knowledge. This makes it challenging to replace them. Several key factors drive the development of oligarchy. First, bureaucratization plays a significant role. As organizations expand, they often adopt hierarchical structures for efficiency. This creates formalized roles that concentrate authority in the hands of a few. Another factor is the dependency on expertise. Members of the organization often relying on leaders for specialized skills. This reliance fosters a passive acceptance of elite control. Additionally, psychological inertia comes into play. Ordinary members may prioritize their personal interests over collective governance, allowing leaders to act independently. From the perspective of political elites, the Iron Law of Oligarchy highlights how political parties, labor unions, and advocacy groups often mirror state-like hierarchies. Leaders develop interests that may diverge from those of their base, focusing on the survival of the organization rather than its original goals. This dynamic reinforces elite dominance in both formal institutions and civil society groups. The practical implications of this principle are evident in various areas. In party politics, internal democracy often erodes as career politicians monopolize decision-making. In labor movements, union leaders might negotiate compromises that weaken radical demands to maintain their influence. Even grassroots organizations can centralize power in charismatic founders or professional staff. While oligarchic tendencies are common, there are countervailing forces. Mechanisms like term limits, participatory budgeting, and digital platforms for direct voting can help reduce elite dominance. However, the original thesis suggests that these measures may only delay the emergence of oligarchy rather than eliminate it entirely. In today's world, the Iron Law of Oligarchy is relevant in analyzing modern organizations, including technology companies and non-governmental organizations. Even decentralized structures can develop informal elites, highlighting the ongoing tension between democratic ideals and practical governance in complex societies. Understanding this principle provides a framework for analyzing power distribution and the gap between organizational ideals and operational realities.